I am that voice rising from the sea, the voice that drowned illiteracy into the deep. Who am I? Yes, I am that mind that swims in the pool of knowledge. This is who I am. I am who I am. Yes, I am the fresh mind that is dipped into education. Can education consume me? I'm okay with that. This is who I am. I have a paper in my house that is fully confirmed that I am a graduate of youth development. Right at the bottom of the paper, there's a signature of Professor Amanda Makanya. So therefore I say, long live Professor Amanda Makanya, long live, so that you can sign more of these papers. Your signature is like a silent word that speaks louder than literature. I say, just keep your pen with you, because I am going to continue to study. I am going to continue to move. I am continuing with writing and studying. This is who I am. I am a mind consumed by education. Who am I? Greetings and all protocol observed in the house. My name is Dakalo Mahapa, and I'm just going to introduce myself in a Venda language. Who am I? Nandi Menina. The mwana wa Patricia Ramalisa, Mbebo ya wa emele ngare zanira zinani, wa bebyo wa Professor Diki, mwana wa matakala tobakare. Ndiri ndi muvenda mubikwa na ive labiva mvenda sala, nditakala ni atakalera ho zitaka zao. Kabari ndibaroshe ndibarumerise ndiri. This is how the ladies greet in Venda. In Venda we go like and then the men go like nda. Simple. Even in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, it's still and nda. As simple as that. There's no good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. My poem today is titled A Catalyst of Change. Those are youth workers we're talking about. For those of you who studied science, you'd understand that a catalyst is that chemical that brings about reaction. So as youth workers, we are that catalyst in our countries. A catalyst of change. The walls of the universe are cracked with holes that are packed with issues that left the world in misery. I say, let's gather our thoughts to unpack the roots of these predicaments. In the process of their implementation, can we really afford not to engage young people in nation building? No ways. I say yes, I'm talking about young minds that are loaded with creativity, taking into consideration humanity and bringing about the restoration of the nation's dignity and integrity by bringing the land's identity into formulation. We are talking about the catalyst of change. Let institution and organization come in amalgamation to give recognition of this profession in order to give acceleration and transformation. I'm talking about catalyst of change. These are like a hydrochloric acid. When it's poured in an environment, a reaction begins to unfold. When we turn our hearts into helping people by means of empowerment and development, let there be an eye that can capture our commitment and unleash this potential by giving investment towards youth work. Those are catalysts of change, people. We can't ignore it. My honorable academics, let us not be academically holy. Let us come before the throne of education and confess our sins and say, Lord, education, forgive us for what we have done, for not taking youth work serious. Forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing. Right now, drugs are like pop and flames, shacks are like flowers in our township, while education has become an enemy. I call out to youth workers, who shall go? Who shall shall go and turn off the fires that are making our society to cry? Who shall go? Who shall go and make disciples of change? Who shall go and make South Africa a better place? Who shall go and restore the hope of our people? Oh yes, I know a person who shall go is right in this place. Oh yes, we are talking about catalysts of change, influencers of life, writers of life. We are talking about history makers. These are people that will turn a sad song into a joyous song. These are people who will cause people to come in South Africa and begin to sing praises of South Africa. Then they will go like, South Africa, my belonging. Ningizim Africa, ikhaya lezintaba, ikhaya lamalwandle. Africa chipembe, haya la zithaba, haya la milambo, haya la nalwandle. Ningaqala ukuthatha ngawe Mzansi, akukho apho ndizogqiba khona. Ndithatha lize lishonilanga.
Thank you very much, Ms. Ramalisa, for that exceptional poem and very strong and powerful message coming out. Not that you should just sign more papers, Professor Makani. We don't just want you to sign papers, but education is critical. And I think the point really that Ms. Ramalisa has communicated to us, which we should really take note of in your discussions, the role of youth workers in ensuring that young people are educated with a quality education, but a responsive education, one that is relevant to their own context. And thank you very much once again, Mr. Ramalisa, for that wonderful poem. Now, we're going to take the keynote address by the Honorable Deputy Minister Buti Manamela. He's going to open this conference, this official opening that we have had this morning. But let me just introduce him to the platform with a few words so that you know who he is while he addresses you. Deputy Minister Buti Manamela is responsible for planning, monitoring, and evaluation, youth development, as well as administration in the Presidency of the Republic of South Africa. His political career is quite extensive, being the former National Secretary of the Young Communist League of South Africa, and also serving on the Central Committee of the South African Communist Party, currently as a member of the Provincial Executive Committee and the Provincial Working Committee of the ANC in Limpopo Province. He has been a member of Parliament since 2009 and was consequently appointed by President Jacob Zuma as Deputy Minister in the Presidency in the 5th Administration. And during his tenure, he successfully led the adoption of the new National Youth Policy for the Republic of South Africa to up to 2020, which is a guiding policy framework for all our youth development and youth work in general in the Republic. The political authority of the NYDA, so yes, he is my boss, and currently working on the amendment of the NYDA Act. But he's also leading some very interesting and exciting programs, which I'm sure he will share with you this morning. And so as I welcome him, I'm also welcoming him from the province of Limpopo. It's a very beautiful province from the poverty zone. Far too often, I think for those of you who have traveled far, you always want to visit Cape Town and Johannesburg, but I think we have some very beautiful cities and towns and provinces such as the ones that he comes from, Limpopo province, and I would encourage you to visit with or without him. I'm sure you would say with him. So let's welcome our Deputy Minister Buti Manamela.
Thank you very much, Program Director, for that introduction. Chairperson of the National Youth Development Agency, Mr. Yashin Pillay, Vice Chancellor and Principal of the University of South Africa, Professor Mandla Makanya, Deputy Secretary General of the Commonwealth Secretariat, His Excellency Deodat Maharaj, who is to well, not surprised, but quite impressed, who's on Twitter, which is what we need to encourage. Deputy Minister of Arts and Culture, Ms. Rejoice Mabudapasi, and fellow youth workers. And I'm sure the response to the